Hello viewers and welcome back, and as you gather we are starting slightly earlier. This match was scheduled to start on the hour, but because of the early finish it's starting at 1:45. And the news from the coin toss, you saw that on your screens before that first delivery there from Kerry Park, was that Sporting Alfest winning the toss, and as they did in the last match, the win, a big win of course there against Costa del Sol. They are going to be fielding first. Mallorca we'll be looking to improve the batting early on against Bacacare. That's been the slower delivery, struck pretty well. DDC doing the fielding in front of the famous Sporting Alfest tree. Of course, that's one of the special ground rules here at the Sporting Alfest cricket ground, with that tree being inside the boundary rope. That's the special ground rules apply, which if the tree is hit, even if the ball is going for 6, if it catches any of those leaves or branches, it will be 4 runs. So we've had that already today, and I'm pretty sure we might see it 1 or 2 times later as well. Good start this from Gary, certainly one of the pick of the players in that win against the Costa del Sol. Slower ball this time, much well bowled. Slight change in the batting lineup from Mallorca. Nazim this time being given an opportunity at the top of the order. This is Mohammed Nazim. Good at it. Sonny Singh still out there with him. That's probably a little bit wide perhaps. The umpire will agree with the batter. The batter asking. John Braithwaite does call it a wide. Slow ball once again. John Braithwaite out there this time with umpire Ejaz. Well, that's high up in the air, and this one might just plug. Really have the legs to go over the line, and they are running hard. It looks like it's been flicked back. It was once again reaching for this. It wasn't a textbook shot by any means. The umpire just checking, and they do run 3. Good long hard chase on the fielders between them. One flicks it back, one gets the throw in. And that's going to be a soft dismissal. There's one of the easiest catches that you'll see perhaps in the day. Gary Park does the bowling and does the catching himself. And the wicket will go. And the first one right at the end of the first over, 5 for 1. Mallorca, of course, looking to improve what they do with the bat this time round. They did play the first match, this national finals, and they went down to Bacacare. Bacacare put 132 on the board, thanks to Sikander Ali's half century, 51 of 26, and Babar's 29 of 11. Mallorca themselves, Jonathan Peters and Ben Vickers did Jonathan Peters, and it wasn't, in fact, I'm going to correct everybody here now, it was actually Wesley Walker made 22. At the time I did have Ben Vickers out as first ball, but it wasn't that on the score sheet, and I was actually right, it was Ben Vickers. I know I changed my mind afterwards and went with what the scorers were saying and said that it was Wesley Walker that got the duck, but it wasn't, so let's get that right. Vickers did go first ball royal duck, done by Cameron. It wasn't Wesley. No, I don't think Vickers was minding. They won't mind this one either, as this one is going to be hoiked over for 6. Well, Majid Ali Bajwa gets this one good. So he's going to hit us the first one from Sunderland. Well, almost ends up in Sunderland. Well, not quite. It's a long hit, that. But gets hold of it, reaches it from outside the off and sends it over the leg side boundary. Big 6. Welcome back, everybody. A few people probably saying, hang on, back already? Yeah, well, I was told we were sticking with the normal times at 1 o'clock. I was having a chat with the scorers as I saw the players take the field of play. Got back in time. So apologies if you weren't expecting us back already, and I think the local decision was made that we'll get the match started slightly earlier, save a bit of time. Probably means that the final match of the day, match number 4, will probably start 15 minutes earlier, depending how this one goes. At the moment, that of course is scheduled to start at 3, but we'll keep you posted on that. So a nice hit after Singh was caught and bowled at the end of the last by Park. And that one was hit out of the park. And a bit of discussion here. I think that ball, well, that's probably one that has ended up in the pond. Well, there you go. The Ducks will enjoy that. Maybe at some point we can get our production crew to give us a nice shot of the pond. That'd be nice for us all. And just to show you that I'm not joking when I say there's a pond here with plenty of ducks in it. We have seen some ducks in the day already. And of course, it was from the Mallorca batters. We saw that royal duck. And we saw a 2-ball duck as well. And that was Ben Vickers, just to get that right. Ben, I'm sure Ben probably will mind me correcting it. I don't think Wesley will. Well, a lot of swinging, but not a lot of connecting. Better line this now from Jake. Swinging hard and missing. Nazim given the opportunity at the top of the order. That's just going to be catching chance, and it will be comfortably taken. And it was swinging hard. It was only a matter of time, you felt. Doesn't get it out in the middle, just slices up in the air. And a comfortable catch taken there. It looks like the back of Paul Hennessy. And that looks like a fantastic view of the Woodbridge Oval. So high fives all around, catch taken. No, it's not Hennessy actually. Stand corrected. First wicket that fell was Gurdit Sunny Singh. Caught and bowled, easy caught and bowled the park, and that was also a pretty easy catch there as well. Fielder came in, scoops it off the ground, gets the wicket. Second one goes, and a man with all the zeros on his back already. This is Zishan Raiz Sadiq. Now goes in. It's not a good sign. There he is. Got the 2 zeros on his back already. Well, I suppose if he gets a 0, he can say, well, that's my number. That's why I got a 0. But if he gets more than that, he can say, well, at least I did better than what I got on the number on my back. So either way, it's a win-win for him, I guess. But, yeah, Mohammed Nazim goes for 9 of 7. It was Park, actually, who took the catch. Sunderland, after not the best of starts, first ball hit for a boundary, but he's come back very well. And always a good sign of a good player when you can make the adjustment straight away, and that's exactly what Sunderland's been able to do. 11 for 2. 5 of the first, 6 of this one so far. Mallorca, those issues, frailties perhaps with the bat still continue. Oh, it's looking to play that in the gap between, well, kind of in the gap between short third and the backward point. It was halfway between the 30-yard circle and the boundary, but it's not going to get good reward for that shot. They've set the field well to it. Second over comes to an end. 12 to 7 of that. A wicket apiece then for the 2 openers, Gary Park and Sunderland. Probably won't be any change here. Park looks like he's going to bowl himself out. Of course, T10 format. If you're just joining us, bowlers will bowl from one end. A maximum of 2 overs per bowler. Slower ball to start off with. Clever back of the hand delivery from Park. Gary Park, I'm told, has actually been on a sub for England. Maybe somebody in the chat might be able to tell me exactly when that was. And very good variations. And, well, maybe need to be a little bit more alert here, the two batters. The wicketkeeper knocking the bells over, but the batter's not taking the opportunity to steal a single. Lovely setup here at the ground. It's great to be at a venue which has got plenty of spectators watching. Of course, a lot of support for all the clubs, but of course, no surprise, mainly for Sporting Alfairs, as this one just gets out of the reach of an acrobatic dive from the fielder, and then the ball skids away underneath him and makes its way for a couple of runs. A couple of runs taken there. Just adjusting that fielder is Park. It doesn't want him too fine, just made him a little bit wider. He's still inside in that catching position. Oh, that's a spicy delivery. Oh, it's a good comeback. It'll be the one for the over. And, well, that's a response here from Gary Park. We'll say, right, let's see if we can get onto this. That is quick. And that's what this deck offers you. And that's why I like this deck at Sporting FS. It's got a little bit in it. That's played straight to the fielder at point. Will just be a single. So just that one boundary so far, which was a big 6 hit by Nazim. And that was the only boundary so far. That's that clever slow ball. Variations are everything in this format of the game. And a lot of people do feel that this format, T10, can be very heavily a batter's game, but I think what we've seen here from matches we've seen so far, that if you bowl well and you've got those variations, as we've seen there from Gary Park, he finishes his spell just conceding the 9 runs and picking up 1 wicket, 16 for 2. That's the power play done. And apart from that one big 6, not too much power play in there. So, well bowled, Gary. And change up, looks like it's this Wakash Ashraf. That could be Plum, you know. Well, now then, the umpire probably feels there's a bit of bat on this. Looking at this, I must admit, there's no bat, he's a goner. I don't know if we get a chance to see this again, but this was full and straight. The umpire feels there was a bit of bat involved there. I'm getting a good chance to see that again, so perhaps Bajwa gets a little bit of luck there. That's a quicker one. Drags this onto the leg side field where DDC, there he is. DDC and Gary Park on this leg side boundary, 2 extraordinary fielders. This makes it even harder for the batters. If you're going to go on the leg side, you've got to make sure you clear them. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. Waka Ashraf just continuing from where Gary Park left off with those variations. It's Played out. Are they going to try and come back for two? They are taking it on. Doesn't get picked up cleanly. And it allows the batters to take the two. Need that acceleration here, don't they? Partnerships as well. No matter what format that you're playing, partnerships are everything. And strays that one down the leg side, and easy call there for umpire Ijaz. All the teams been very good on the extras, actually. We haven't seen any team go double figures with extras so far. It's well bowled, full and straight. Does the fielding himself. Some people probably around the world thinking that it's time to tuck into a bit of lunch. Don't forget, it is World Vegan Day today. It's just going to be a single taken. That's right, you heard me right. Looking for ways to take care of the earth, your body, and helpless animals all at the same time? Then look no further than World Vegan Day. Over comes to an end. Good one. Again for Sporting Alphas, the home side. 6 runs from it. 22 for 2. That's right. Being kind to animals is one reason to celebrate World Vegan Day. Fewer animal products mean fewer greenhouse gases, which means better earth for everyone. And it's also better for the human body. So they say it's a win-win. World Vegan Day coincides with National Cinnamon Day. Looks like the batter. It's at Bajwa. Change off equipment. New bat for him. Lovely view that, isn't it? Absolutely stunning, breathtaking. Not too many cricket grounds around the world where you'll see the view of that sort of stature. The mountains, the palm trees. Stunning. As we go to a bit of spin. That's played nicely, but once again, not piercing this field. It doesn't seem to be the intent there. That one's played away for a single. This is Damien coming on to bowl. Bowled very well in the last match. It's in the air and, oh, well, that's just timed the jump completely wrong here. And I think this is one that should be taken. I think that time it is Paul Hennessy. You'd expect him to take that. I thought he went up too early. And by the time the ball's got to him, he's on his way back down. Damien van Jaarsveld. It's up in the air. DDC holds on to the catch just before, well, making sure that grizzly makes no impact with the tree. If it did, then that would have been probably called 4 runs. Again, with the rules here, the local ground rules, but it doesn't. Catch is taken. The third in the day's play for DDC. I said before, DDC and Park are the key fielders on this leg side, and you feel that they're going to be involved in taking a number of wickets, and so could Damien van Jaarsveld. Took 2 for 14 in the earlier match to win against Costa del Sol, and he picks up another here. And good catch taken once again from DDC. So that's Bajwa makes his way out and scores 6 of 9 deliveries. Daniel Dolkaya holds on to the catch. Damien does the bowling. New batter is going to be Walker. Hits that well. A little bit of power with the shot on the back foot. The fielder's judged it well, though. Watches the bounce. Keeps it just to a single. Yeah, Wesley had a good match. First time round, he was in the wickets. Also did score 22. There's a wicket. It's another. Damien van Jaarsveld takes another big swing. Look at the head here. All over the place. And down go the stumps. Jagade put their style. Another wicket. Another batter departs. A wild swing this time from Zishan, who's the next to go. He too goes for single figures. No batter really getting going here. So they have rearranged the pack slightly. Have Mallorca to try and get a better start, but it hasn't worked. Singh went for 1. Nazim for 9. And now we've seen Bajwa and Sadiq go for 6. And cleaned up by Damien, who's having a great time out there in the middle. Yeah, Wesley Walker, 22 of 22. And he's now being joined out there by Khan, Rizwan. That's flicked away. It was the start of a new over, so that was Wesley. Good delivery though, slightly quicker one here from Waka. His variation's been very impressive. And that's the variations for you. Slightly slow, but this time a little bit too wide. Rizwan throwing his bat at it. What a cracking over that from Damien. Quite sensational. 3 runs, 2 wickets. Oh, that's the little bit of extra bounce this time. Great to have so many people tuning in from around the globe. Reaching for that, never really got himself in the position, but I suppose does hand the strike or rotates the strike, gets another one on the board. But I mean, at this rate, this score, the projected score, looking to be around about that 50 mark, maybe just over the 50. So something has to happen pretty quickly. And that could be that something, and this one could be right in. It is right into the pond. Well, normally the quacks are for a duck. This time it's from the ducks. Get out the way as that one splashes into the pond. New balls, please. And over it goes. And saw that go right in. Good hit, big hit. That's what you need. So Wesley Walker. Let's get sense lower down the order, but the batters before him haven't really done any better. Misses out on this one down the leg side. Slightly quicker delivery this time from Ashraf. Well, that's a very, very slow delivery. And if you ever look at this again, I know we got a chance to just look how early that Walker gets into position to play the shot. And Ashraf sees him moving early, takes all the pace off it. And in the end, Wesley Walker was made to look just a little bit silly going for that shot. 6 overs completed, 34 for 4. And going along nicely here. Sporting Alfas, after that good win against Costa del Sol, they'll be looking to make it 2 in 2. Pakakir will be in action in match number 4, the last of this first day, this Saturday. They'll be taking on Costa del Sol. Back to Damien. It's interesting, isn't it? We talked a lot about the pace of this track, how the faster bowlers can get good reward, good purchase, if you like, from this deck. But it's the slow bowlers that seem to be doing the damage here. Damien has bowled absolutely brilliantly well, as has Waqar Ashraf. Oh, that's the toe end of the bat. And it's a valiant effort here for Jasveld, looking to pick up his third wicket. I don't know if this quite carries, or was just obstructed by the fielder park in front of me. It looked like it might have just been dropping short, toe end of the bat. Khan just chips this up and doesn't carry to a short, kind of a short extra cover in there. Just a single, so it's a bit of ticky-taka at the moment. Ticky-taka without the boom-boom. Just moving a little bit too early for me. If I'm Leslie Walker likes to go on the front foot, and I think that's another one which, if you're staying back, get a good chance to either cut or pull. And Khan down the ground. It's an easy one here for Christian. The captain just gets the throw back into the bowler, and good finish. Once again, 2 wickets in the match for Damien. 2 for 8, 39 for 4. These two, yeah, I get the feeling that there probably was going to be a retirement here, and there has. There you go, retired out. Khan, just 4 off the 6 balls that he faced. And, that's the way this game has to be played. If batters aren't clicking, especially with just 18 balls to go, you've got to make a change. And that's exactly what they do here. So Khan comes out. And new batter makes his way out into the middle. Looks like it's Ben Vickers. Ooh, it's goes straight through. In comes the throw. It's at the bowler's end. Nobody there. It should be coming back. Well, I think if you were alert, you'd come back for a second there. So Vickers, he was the man who was, I repeat, Ben Vickers was the man who was out for the Royal Duck in the first match against Pekar Care. The pace of Mohammed Cameron just too much for him. So let's see how he does this time round. Well, does he get a bit of bat onto this to get off the mark this time round? The umpire says yes, he does. So a sigh of relief there for Vickers. Quinlan. Sliced up in the gap between point and cover, who has been pushed back now. Cover was inside the 30-yard circle earlier on. So a straightforward field set here now. You've got the cover out, long on, long off on the boundaries. Mid wicket and square legs are back. That's going to be strained down the leg side. Paul Quinlan bowling his first. Did go for a few in the last match, but I think it was a little bit unlucky as well. He bowls with good speed. He starts with a bit of a shuffle in the middle of his run up, just about there. And he gets going the last few steps, but he's got some good pace, got good wheels, as they like to say. And he does bowl some some good Yorkers as well. That's what you'll be looking to do at this stage. That's the Mallorca batters struggling. Quinlan once more. It's been clipped away. One bounce. DDC takes it on the bounce, gets the throw in, just a single. And of course, at this stage, Sporting Alfas are more than happy to allow Mallorca to take the singles. Singles don't hurt them at all, especially at this stage of the innings. A bit fuller this time, but Park comes in, so does Christian, just a single. And again, another tidy over. That's been the story so far. If you go by the over scores, and not a lot really to shout about for Mallorca. If you go by the first over from Park, went for 5, Sunderland went for 7, Park second went for 4, Ashraf 6, and Damien 3, Ashraf 9, Damien 5, and that one from Paul 6. So they haven't hit double figures just yet. So a real struggle here for Mallorca. Sunderland coming back, bowling his second. His first over went for 7. Starts with a short one that is swung and missed at by Wesley Walker straight first off. Walker does like to come forward. I think if he can stay put and maybe look to go on the back foot and hit on the offside, and that's probably one he perhaps could have come forward. So you can see he's getting frustrated here. The batters, understandably so, not getting bat onto ball, and when they are, they're not getting the boundary. So it's either dots or singles. Just the 2 boundaries in the innings, and both 6s. One was from Nazim early on, and then there was Wesley who came out and hit a 6 early on. That was going to go to the boundary. That is going to be the first 4. So we actually have a 4. First 4 of the innings. Just as we were talking boundaries, that will move the score along to 49. Sunderland once again. That's going to be straightforward, quarter bowled, banged in, probably not coming up as much as perhaps Wesley Walker was hoping, and he hits it top of the bat really here. You have a look, it doesn't hit the middle, so no real power coming into that, and it's a comfortable one, very similar to the caught and bowled that Park took to get rid of Singh. So Wesley, it's the next to go. Does contribute with 16 though, the best of all the batters so far. 16 of 13, 1-4, 1-6. It's a second player to be caught and bowled. Sunderland picks up the wicket. There's the next batter. Strolls out to the middle. This is Hassan Subtain. A slow ball to start off with. Hassan bat onto ball. That single brings the 50 up, and it's taken a long time to get here. In this, the 9th over. It's a bit more of that tiki-taka. Just another single, end of the over. Good spell also from Jack Sunderland. 2 for 13. 51 for 5. Join us on World Vegan Day, National Cinnamon Day. Also today is World Numbat Day, a small animal that was once found across most of southern Australia. Sadly, since the 1970s, this small animal has been considered endangered. Today, the numbat population is restricted to just a few isolated pockets in southwest Western Australia, as well as 2 small reintroduced populations in New South Wales and in South Australia. And for those who haven't heard or seen a numbat, this little creature resembles a small squirrel with a pointy nose and a less fluffy tail. One of the most interesting features of the numbat is his long tongue that is covered in sticky saliva to help them catch insects for dinner. Since the entire body of the numbat is only about 11 inches long, without the tail, having a tongue that's 4 inches is rather remarkable. It's not going to go to hand, just bounces tamely before DDC keeps it to just a single. Unfortunately, the numbat is under threat from habitat loss as well as predators such as foxes and feral cats, with an estimated population out in the wild of less than 1,000. This tiny little species of animal faces the threat of extinction and needs our help to protect its future. The numbat, everybody, let's do what we can to help and save the numbat. Not quite where the batter was looking for this to go. So the way this is going, this is another good opportunity for Sporting Alphas to register a big victory. I was looking at the tables. Pakakea top with that 1 win. Their net run rate is better than Sporting Alphas. Net run rate plus 6.2 to plus 2.9 between Pakakea and Sporting Alphas. So Sporting Alphas can certainly make inroads on that in this, not only getting the win, which will take them, of course, to 4 points, but it will improve that net run rate significantly. Mallorca won't help their cause, will it? As they look like they're going to go down in a second match unless they pull off something quite amazing when they're out there in the field. Another swing and a miss. Dot balls have been the issue here. And coming up to the end of the innings, Quinlan wicketless, but the economy rate fantastic. Just the 9 runs with the ball to go in his spell of 2 overs.
Well, that also causes the lead to
And struck well, but once again it won't get past the fielders. They might turn around and go for 2. They are, but never going to get there. It will just be the 1. Understandable that the batters do try and take a cheeky second. It was the last ball off the innings, but just will be a single. And the score will be 55 for 6. There'll be a run out, the very last ball off the innings. The Sporting Alphas certainly have turned the screw on Mallorca. Mallorca batters just not able to get going at all. They'll finish on 55 for 6. So Sporting Alphas, a huge opportunity for them to get a big win over Mallorca and not just go top with more points on the board, but also will significantly improve, you would think, their net run rate over Pakakea. Remember, Pakakea have played Mallorca already. That was the first match of this national finals weekend here in Spain when they beat Mallorca by 62 runs, 132 to 70. And Sporting Alphas home side after a comfortable 8-wicket victory, chasing the 95 they needed with 14 balls to go against Costa del Sol, now have the opportunity to get another good win here. And players make their way off and get ready for a 10-minute interval, no more than that. And then Sporting Alphas will be looking to come out and knock these runs off pretty quickly. It's an opportunity perhaps for Sporting Alphas to maybe change up the batting order slightly, but I don't think they want to make too much off a change. And you can see there that Sporting RFS requiring 56 for victory after containing Mallorca with some very good bowling performances. Wesley Walker once again contributing with some important runs for Mallorca, 16 on this occasion to go with the 22 he scored in the earlier match against Pekka Ikea. But the bowlers did their job very well. Once again, Damien van Jusseveld, the pick, 2 for 8 for him. Also 2 wickets there for Jake Sunderland, 2 for 13. But the economy rates from all the bowlers, very good. And no wickets for the likes of Quinlan or for Ashraf, but they really did bowl tightly. And Gary Park, 1 for 9 from him as well, which puts Sporting RFS in a very strong position. So we'll take a short break now, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time, where Sporting RFS will be looking to pull off a comfortable run chase, getting to the 56 they require for victory. Join us back in around about 10 minutes' time.
Hello, hello.
Okay.
As long as our team are here, we just need to check.
Well,
Hello.
Hello viewers and welcome back as you join us for it should be a straightforward run chase, you'd guess, for the home side Sporting Alfest after bowling brilliantly and restricting Mallorca just to 55. And welcome to a lot of people in the chat, and how got things around me working. I can say a good hello to the likes of John Gray and also Ash. Hello Ash at Save Derek. And Ash, well, you should be here because this is where all the derricks are, because we do have a pond here at the Sporting Alfest cricket ground and plenty of ducks in that pond and a few balls in there as well. Nice to see you, Ash, and also plenty of other people like Kroom joining in the action. Nice to have you with us, and expecting to see a quick run chase here. Just had one of the match officials come over and have a chat with me, which was very nice in between that last match. That was Stuart Dobson. Just saying that if this match does finish early, then the match number 4 that was scheduled and is scheduled to start at 3 probably will start a lot earlier. So I'll keep you updated on that. So don't go away. It's the next match might start a little bit earlier. Some people are suggesting that it may start within 15 minutes of this one finishing. So don't go away, just wait for an update. But it could be that we will start the final match between Pakai Kia Badalona, who will be taking on Costa del Sol in match number 4. That will be probably starting earlier than the scheduled time. So batters making their way out to the middle. And, well, what can you say here really for Mallorca? It's going to be very difficult for them, and we've got 2 very good batters going out there in the middle, and you need literally everything to go your way. Every catch taken, any run out opportunity gets taken, and bowlers have to bowl very, very well. But it's going to be very hard to do. Sporting Alfest are a very good batting lineup. So here's the first Singh with the ball, and big early shout of no from Danny out there with Daniel Dolkaya. That's high in the air, and it's going to disappear. And gone. And put him up in the air like you just don't care. Umpire Braithwaite, 6 runs. He's just timed the ball so well. Scored a quick fire, 32 in 15 in the earlier match. He seems to be on song, does DDC. It's played away fantastically. John Gray saying another great spell of bowling there from Van Jasveld. You're absolutely right, John. It was good. Let's play it in the gap, and it's chased from the fielder, but there's going to be a couple. Too bad. It's just, well, just left me back at the other end. Can I have it back? Yeah, you can. No problems. Sunny Singh with the ball. Not being too sunny here for Mallorca at the moment. Being a bit gloomy. And this will add to it. Where it's going to be 1 bounce as it goes over the boundary. 4 more runs. It's another explosive start from Sporting Alfest and their in-form batter. A lot of love coming in the chat also for Sporting Alfest. A lot of questions about, is it Al-Faz or Al-Faz? Well, I have asked the question and I can update you on it. So, and it all depends on whether it's with done in Valencianan. If it's Valencianan, it's spelled, I'm told, with a Z, so Al-Faz. And if it's done with normal Spanish, because of course there is a difference out there, and it's Al-Faz. So both ways are correct. So some people have got some beady eyes there, checking and seeing that it's being spelled in different ways, spelling Al-Faz or Al-Faz. So both are correct. And I know from my own experiences being out in Spain that, yeah, I mean, if you're speaking Valencianan, it's very, very different, the pronunciations and the spellings of most words. So hopefully that clarifies that. Thank you very much for your question. You don't miss a thing, do you, John? You don't miss a thing. John Gray's saying, do they sell pond insurance? Well, this is not pond end, this is the other end. It's another lovely shot. There's another boundary, and this time it's Danny's turn. And he gets off the mark with the boundary as well. This one looks like it's going to come to a conclusion pretty quickly. 12 came off that first over. And the second starts with the boundary. Is it Hassan Subtain? Gets this one through into the gloves of the keeper. Here comes Subtain again, and I've got a little request as well as this one asking a question, a shake of the head from me, Jess, saying no. And it's a shout out to Liz. We just want to say hi to Liz, all in South Africa at the moment. You know you are watching DDC play today. Yeah, well, they're enjoying watching DDC play as well. And nice little shout out there. Hello to everybody watching there in South Africa and enjoying DDC. Playing some good shots. And hello to Your Life with Lassie also in the chat. John Gray saying, thanks for the clarification. You're welcome. Any other questions that you have about this lovely ground and club? Oh, that's a Gundy ball, isn't it? That's a big wide. I think the umpire needs to stretch a bit more than that. That's gone through everybody. Is going to be a minimal. I think it's a slow ball attempted here by Hassan. Gets it wrong. Goes through the keeper. Goes through the fine. Goes all the way to the boundary. And that's not what you need right now. But yeah, any request, anybody celebrating a birthday out there, an anniversary, send it through. I'd love to give you a shout out. They've got the fielder in close there. I quite like that. The mid-off, well inside the 30-yard circle. Fielder's at the back so far. Got long on the boundary. And a sweeper out on the offside of the point area. That one's gone through as Everett was looking to flick this one over on that vacant leg side boundary. Yeah, nobody on that leg side boundary so far. So 21 without loss. Remember, just requiring 56 for a victory after a great performance. Restricting Mallorca to 55. And glorious setting. Lovely Saturday here on Day of the Dead. Of course, gets, I think the word probably is worship rather than celebrated here. So festivities around Spain and some other countries as well, where people go to the cemeteries to honour their loved ones. That is a beautiful shot. Quina zona, shakalagia, que guay, que genial, que grande. 6 carreras. This one not well located from the bowler, but still needed to be put away. And still, well, Sunny Singh. It's cloudy and gloomy in his world at the moment, as that one gets flicked away emphatically by DDC. And there you are, if you are watching from South Africa and wanting to see DDC in the middle. He's not disappointing. He's come out there playing an array of extravagant shots on the leg side and also hitting the ball beautifully over the top off the offside as well. In comes Singh once more. And just gets downhill on the back foot, pushes it away for a single, rotates the strike. Other days being celebrated today. It's, well, if you want to look after yourself and the planet and help the animals, they say. It's World Vegan Day today. And try telling that to the spectators who applaud another fine boundary. Yeah, try telling that to the spectators here at Sporting Alfairs who are tucking into their beef burgers and chicken burgers. But it is World Vegan Day. Well, some of them will be taking on the vegetarian options. National Cinnamon Day as well. I do like a little bit of cinnamon and spice. Hey, cinnamon in tea is very nice. And do your best to save the number as well, which is in danger of extinction. Edge, that's going to fly away for 4. Well, they say that fortune favours the brave. And Danny Everett swings the bat at this, gets a thick edge, flies past the keeper. 4 runs flowing quickly. And Sporting Alfairs cruising, just needing 20 more runs here. I'm surprised they did go back to Sonny here, but we could have tried something different. That one's played away towards the fielder, who's located on the backward point area. Just a single. Looks like, I think that might be Jaime, who's right there sorting out the batters. They were knocked over. And they were demolished by a fielder who ran into those a bit earlier. But they are back. That's another one that's way down the leg side. And, well, if you're a lover of scented candles, well, it's your day today as well. Scented Candle Day is dedicated to be enjoyed. And it's all about happiness and relaxation benefits that scented candles bring you. Nothing helps you wind down better than the fragrances from scented candles in the home. Or if you like, you can scatter them around the bathtub. There's no run this time. And there are lots of scents out there too. Scented Candle Day is your opportunity to try out as many as possible. I must admit, I do like the old scented candles scattered around the room. Especially scented ones, but I must admit, vanilla's probably my favourite scent when it comes to scented candles. And as I mentioned already, it's time for Halloween's gone. That means it's time for Crimbo Deck the Everything Day today. Where people pull out their twinkly lights, toss garlands across every surface and dress up their homes however they please. It's all about bringing laughter and fun into the festive season. And I know a lot of people will be decking out their places now. Some people certainly do go to town. 38 without loss. After 3. It's another one that's going to get away. It's going to be a wide as this being banged into the deck. It gets over the head of the batter. Not helping themselves here. And once again, I was surprised that Sonny came on to bowl his second. And I'm equally surprised that they made no change. And that Hassan Subtain also come to bowl his second. I think this match is not going to go the distance. It's probably a good opportunity to give other bowlers an opportunity to turn the arm over. And, well, he's done it again. Well, I often say when you buy your bat and when you knock it in, you knock in every part of it and you pay for every part of it, including the edges. And Danny Boy is making good use of the edges today. That's the second edge that's flown away to the boundary. He'll say, look in the book. That's what he'll say. 4 runs. That's what it says in the book. 4 more. And, of course, that just hurts Mallorca. We're not having a fun time out there at the moment. Just 9 runs for victory now. Just loses his run up there, does Hassan. 9 required, 47 without loss. We're only in the 4th over, so net run rate This is going to be a massive net run rate booster for Sporting Alfaz. Remember, Packard Kia also won their first match. Will take on Costa del Sol in the final match of the day. And there he goes again. Well, he's done it 3 times now. So he's going to turn around and say, it's not luck, I'm playing for those shots. They refuse to put a fielder on the boundary. I'm going to keep playing the little stick. Playing for it, he says. I tell you what, he's knocked in the edge of that bat very well. And he's overtaken. DDC now moves to 21. Also means that just 5 required for victory here. And I've talked about scented candles. Well, maybe tonight you can light the scented candles and put on the movie Titanic. I'll tell you why in a moment. Maybe after this ball. Well, he's trying to do everything there. That's gone bat, leg bat. No run. Yeah, on this day in 1997, Jane Cameron's Titanic, a drama about the doomed ocean liner, had its first public screening at the Tokyo International Film Festival. The movie would become one of the highest grossing of all time, and it made Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet international stars. So you can put that on tonight as you have your scented candles on. This one, I feel, is going to beat the fielder. It will, and it almost hits the bullseye as well. You can see that there is the old massive dartboard out there. I wonder if there are any prizes for hitting the ball. There it is there. Didn't quite hit the bullseye, but gets the boundary. Levels the scores. So any score will do it now. And, looking to do it inside of this, the 4th over. And that might be it. The umpire says, no, that's okay. You don't want to finish with a wide. Lets that one go by. So, ball to go in the 4th. Sporting Alfaz, the home side, needing just 1 for victory. And gone. Well, he's got a little. Well, this time the trusted edge doesn't go to the boundary. And finally, some joy for the bowler. It's well taken by the keeper. Sharp catch, actually. And a little bit of success for Mallorca. They do pick up a wicket at the end of that 4th over. Sporting Alfaz lose their first 55 on the board. And, a disgruntled Paul Hennessy will have to go in with the scores tied. And he won't be at the striker's end. And so you get the feeling that he may not get a chance to face a ball. But he does get some camera time out there. He'll be the man going out there with the bright red helmet, Paul Hennessy. There's a gentle applause for Danny. So we will go into the 5th over. The field have all been brought inside, apart from just the one fielder on the straight boundary. It's short. It's going to be an edge. They are not going to take the run. It could be a run out. And in the end, nothing. DDC on at 19. This is Shabazz. Or Shabazz. Maybe there'll be a little bit of Shabazz from him if he can get another wicket. Mallorca. Short. Hit hard. Nobody back on the boundary. And that will be the end of the game. DDC finishes it with the boundary. He'll be 23 not out. And comfortable victory there. And Sporting Alfaz do it inside of 5 overs. As I expected, it's going to boost their net run rate considerably. 23 then from DDC. Danny Everett made a fine 25, though he has to thank the edge off his bat for a lot of those runs. And as I suspected, Paul Hennessy having to go in when the scores were tied and being at the non-strikers end didn't get a chance to face a ball. But he's smiling. There he is. He's smiling and shaking hands, and thought, well, it'll certainly give his step count a bit of good walking out there or walking back. But good win there for Sporting Alfaz. And Mallorca, well, they know they've got a bit of work to do. That's them done for the day. We'll see them in action in the second match tomorrow when they will take on the Costa del Sol. But depending how this final match goes today, They may not be playing for too much. At the moment, it looks like Sporting Alfas and Pakai Care may be the two teams that are going to be battling it out in the final. All, of course, depends what happens in match 4. Now, folks, I know that the next match is scheduled to start in an hour's time, but I can tell you, don't go away. It will be starting earlier because the last 2 matches have finished early. And this one finishes very early as well. I think the next match may be starting at about 1/4 the hour. So stay tuned. And the next match will certainly be starting, I feel, probably around about 1/4 the hour. So don't go away. Get yourself a quick brew or your vegan lunch and join us right back for the final match of this day 1 of the Spanish National Finals. And there's the summary there for you. Once again, some very good performances with the ball. Damien van Jarsveld 2 for 8. And Jake Sunderland 2 for 13 were the pick of the bowlers. But in fairness, all the bowlers from Sporting Alfas bowled very well. That's why Mallorca could only score 55 of their 10 overs, losing 6 wickets. And Sporting Alfas, well, thanks again to some good hitting from the 2 Ds, the Daniel and Danny, getting to that score pretty rapidly. In fact, they did it with still 4 balls to go in that 5th over. So good comprehensive victory for them. Doing it in 26 deliveries. Sporting Alfas will go to the top of the standings with that victory and will also better the net run rate between them and Pakai Care. So Pakai Care will want to come strong themselves in this one. So let's see how they fare. We're going to leave you with a match summary, but as I say, the next match will probably be starting in around about 15 minutes time. So not as it was scheduled for 3 o'clock, so 2 o'clock local time here. So don't go away, get yourself a quick drink and come right back. So we'll be going straight into the 4th match. Pakai Care, after winning their first, will be looking to make it 2 wins out of 2, as Sporting Alfas have done as they take on Costa del Sol. Rico Full here. Hope you're enjoying the action here in Spain. We're in Albier, the beautiful town of Alfas at the Sporting Alfas cricket ground, a fantastic ground, and this is the beautiful Woodridge Oval. See you back in about 15 minutes time for the start of match number 4.